How clean both of the cars are. Got a fresh wash for the FRS as well as the BRZ. Now I really wanted to do it today, but unfortunately we ran out of daylight. As you can see, it's kind of getting dark outside. I really want to make this video because a lot of you guys have been asking me in my DMs and in the comments, wondering if you guys should buy a 2022 BRZ or GR86. And pretty much in this video I want to give you guys a little comparison between the first gen as well as the Gen 2, and like I said, if you should consider buying one of the 2022 models over, you know, a select amount of cars. Yeah guys, tomorrow when we have some more daylight, I'll go ahead and bring you guys along with me and we'll go ahead and talk about whether or not a 2022 model is worth it for your situation. Alright guys, I haven't started the car whatsoever today, so if you guys are new to the channel, this is pretty loud, so if you guys are wearing headphones, beware. I get a lot is if you should get this car, which is a 2022 BRZ or a GR86, and you know, if you should trade in your car for this car, or, you know, all those questions along those lines. Obviously everybody has, you know, different situations. Some people have kids, this and that. Some people, you know, prefer performance. Some people prefer, you know, like looks. What I always say is if you need space, then this car is not for you. You know, it's pretty small in here. They do have 2 back seats, which I'm pretty sure you guys have heard before in plenty of videos. I feel like everybody talks about this. But the back seats are pretty much useless. Like, there's no legroom whatsoever. Performance wise, this car has a 2.4 liter. Gen 1's had a 2.0 liter, so this car does have a bigger motor inside, which means once they come out with, you know, turbos and superchargers, then this car is definitely going to push much more power versus the Gen 1. Excited for it. I've been saying I really want to throw a turbo in this car. I had a Mustang GT, and you know, comparing a Mustang to this car, it's literally like 2 different ball games. So like, you really can't. But like I said, if you really want speed performance, then, you know, obviously a V8 is going to be much more, I guess, practical for you. This car is not the fastest, but this thing is so fun to drive. Like, it's just one of those things that you have to try out for yourself and you have to test drive just to kind of like understand what I'm saying. I've had various, you know, friends with muscle cars get in the driver's seat of an FRS or BRZ, and they're always like, dude, this car is so fun to drive. Should I trade in my Gen 1 FRS or my Subaru WRX for the 2022 BRZ or GR86? I get that question a lot. Now, that's honestly a very tough decision. Like I said, it depends on your situation. Space-wise, the WRX is perfect. 4 doors, has a ton of space, a huge trunk. Again, these cars right here have no space in them whatsoever. Performance-wise, the Subaru WRX felt really nice. Now, I had a few bolt-ons on that car. I had that car pro-tuned, and that car felt amazing. You know, it was very, very quick. If I can compare it, it definitely was similar to my supercharged FRS on E85. Oh my gosh, that thing pulls. So that car is great with performance. It had a ton of space, so like I said, if you have kids or whatnot, I think a WRX would be perfect for you. That car, I love that car. I honestly miss that car every single day. WRX obviously already comes with the turbo in it, so you can kind of just add stuff to support that turbo and make it much quicker. These cars do not come with a turbo, so you got to keep that into consideration. You know, you're going to end up paying much more to throw, you know, a turbo in this car versus just buying a WRX when it already has one in it. So you just kind of got to weigh out, you know, the things. Like I said, it's such a hard topic to just kind of answer because there's so much you can pick and choose from. Now onto the question if you should trade in your Gen 1 for this Gen 2. I think you should. You know, the pros to trading into the 2022 models: bigger motor, which means more power. Versus the Gen 1, it is much more upgraded in the interior. As you can see, we have a super nice digital dash. This is an aftermarket steering wheel, so this did not come with the car. But yeah, we have, like, you know, controls on the steering wheel, and pretty much the whole interior is just nice and upgraded. It's much different than the Gen 1. The whole dash area looks very, very different. The whole middle section, like literally everything is just different in the interior. So it's just a nice upgrade from the Gen 1. You know, it's much, much different. It feels more modern. That's definitely something to consider with the Gen 2. It's just a nice little upgrade from the Gen 1. So yeah, performance is gonna be great with this car. That's my prediction. Interior is different. Then of course, obviously we have a different body style with the Gen 2. Oh my gosh, that thing is beautiful. What in the world? Casually just picking up your school in SVJ. Downsides: being brand new, the 2022 BRZ in 86 has a different body style, so we are waiting for certain parts to come out, such as aero stuff, you know, front lips, spoilers, wide body kits. There's like a few out right now for this car, which honestly I'm not too big of a fan of, to be honest. But yeah, since everything is upgraded and new, parts aren't as available for this car as they are with the Gen 1. The Gen 1, if you guys aren't familiar, you can literally find every single thing that you want for that car. Like, so many different body kits, so many front lips, spoilers, exhausts, everything. Like, literally you can find whatever you need for that car. Compared to this car, like I said, it's very limited on, you know, the body stuff. Gen 1 and Gen 2 both share the same suspension as well as exhaust setup. This pretty much almost everything on this car is from a Gen 1. So my full exhaust is from a Gen 1. My whole suspension, I have like FRS airlift bags on it, control arms, toe arms, you name it, you guys get the point. It's pretty much whole thing is Gen 1. But if you guys are looking to dive into, you know, aero stuff or performance stuff right away, you're gonna have to wait because, like I said, they're still in production for some of those parts. Also, another downside would be price. This I got for $29,000 plus $2,000 marked up, just to get the car a little bit early. So I paid around $31,000 before taxes and fees and all that from the dealership. So you can probably find a Gen 1 FRS or BRZ for half the price of what I got the 2022 model. Now gas prices, as you guys may know, are ridiculous these days. As you can see on the dash, we got about 26 miles per gallon average with this car on 91. For a sports car, I believe that's pretty good. You know, 26 miles per gallon, you really can't complain. Versus, you know, my Gen 1 that's supercharged, that averages about like 14 to 15 on E85. So obviously that depends, you know, performance wise what you have on it. But if you guys commute, you know, to and from work, you know, super far, then you know, that 26 miles per gallon will definitely help. But yeah, let's go and fill up with gas right now. I'm a little less than a quarter tank right now. Let's see how much it is to fill up in this car. All right, what's the magic number today? A whopping 629 for 91. That is crazy. not even on an empty tank. So yeah, if you guys are considering, that's pretty much how much it is to put some gas in this car. But back to the main question, should you buy a Gen 2 model? But my top factors that I choose between is aftermarket availability, you know, space, you know, if you guys have kids and whatnot, and also price. So if you guys want something that has a lot of space in it, it sucks to say, but this car may not be for you, and maybe like a WRX. The car is priced around $30,000, but it is a fair price. I believe WRXs go for around the same price as that. Aftermarket availability is kind of scarce with this car, but it's definitely in production. I believe within this year it's going to be huge. Like, they're just going to have a ton of parts available for this car, and like I said, probably even bigger than the Gen 1. So for us Gen 2 owners, we just got to be a little bit patient on that part. But the good thing is there are some parts that you can swap out from the Gen 1. Before you make the jump on buying one of these cars, you know, ask yourself, what do you look for in a car for the future? Like, what do you look for in a car performance wise? You know, what do you want your car to look like in the future? Performance wise, if you want something that's like 600 horsepower, then you should probably look into like some type of muscle car or something, because those will require much less work versus, you know, a car like this where you're gonna have to end up building the motor. It's just gonna cost way more. So yeah, just look at your future plans, you know, performance wise on the outside, inside, and if you need some space, you know, if you have kids, start canceling out certain cars based on your situation. Yeah guys, this pretty much concludes the video of the 2022 BRZ, and if you guys should buy one. This one has been fun, man. It's been really fun to modify. Like I said, majority of the stuff that's on it is from a Gen 1. If you guys want to see what's on the car, be sure to check out the older videos on the channel to see exactly what I've done to this car. And I want to say like 3 or so months that I've had the car. So yeah guys, that's pretty much going to conclude today's video. Drop a like if this helped in any way, shape, or form, and also comment down below if you guys want to get a 2022 BRZ or 86. Like I said, this car is great, and I'm really excited to see what they're going to be coming out with this car in the next upcoming year. So if you guys want to see more videos with this car and are interested in this build, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Almost at 100K. Let's get to 100,000 subscribers. I'm so hyped. But yeah, I appreciate you all who have reached this far in the video. Hope you all have a good one. Make it a good one. And I'll catch y'all later.